Welcome back to Gentleman's Corner, guys. My name is David. Today is a new segment on the channel that I am calling Gentleman's Essentials. These are items that I feel that every gentleman should have, every gentleman of every age, but I want to make sure that we're doing it on a budget. So I'm going to offer you here 3 different items in different price ranges that I feel you should have. Now, just a disclosure, I am not sponsored by any of the companies that I am endorsing here today. These are items that I, in fact, own and use on a regular basis. So, today I am talking about fountain pens. Why am I talking about fountain pens? There are several reasons. First of all, every fountain pen video on YouTube that has talked about if you are a gentleman that you should have a fountain pen has recommended the Messerstück 149 from Montblanc. Great pen. I got nothing against it, except the fact that it is $900. And finding one on eBay is maybe a 50-50% chance that you're going to get something good. And the reason for that is you don't know what kinds of things the previous owner put it through. Now, the second reason, I can speak from personal experience. Several years ago, when I very first got into the professional world, I had a meeting that I was going to. I was in a newly tailored suit, I had just gotten a haircut, I had shaved and trimmed my beard. I felt good. I felt stylish. I felt like a gentleman. However, at the end of this meeting, it came time to sign documents. And at that point, I realized that the only pen that I had on me was one of these. What is this? This is the Bic Round Stick pen. This is a ballpoint pen. Everybody has used these at some point in their life. They are the most uncomfortable, most distasteful, most horrendous writing utensil it has ever been my displeasure to use. So this, we're going to throw that away. Today, I have 3 pens to demonstrate for you. 2 of them are fountain pens that I think you should own. There are also 2 other fountain pens that I will endorse that unfortunately I do not have on me at this time. They're actually in the mail on their way, and one of them is being replaced. And I'll explain about that later. But I highly endorse all 4 of these options for fountain pens. Plus I've got a bonus for you that we'll get to in a second. But before that, let's go ahead and take a look at these pens. Alrighty guys, well I've got 3 pens for you to look at today. I'll show you the first. They come in a variety of price ranges and price points, and I'll explain all that in a second. So this is the first pen that I will recommend. This is the Cross Calais. And this is a basic starter fountain pen, or starter in my book anyway. This is available on Amazon for $20 to $30, depending on where you get it. I think I got this on sale actually at my local Office Depot for about 20 bucks. It is a medium nib, steel nib fountain pen. Right now I have this running on a cartridge, but these can be used with converters, and Cross does sell a converter for these. I just haven't gotten around to it because I don't have the time to maintain a converter. So I'll show you. A finely tuned fountain pen should write under its own weight. I'm not putting any kind of pressure on this, but it is writing just fine. So again, this is the Cross Calais. Forgive my horrendous handwriting. So this is available for $20 to $30. It's a very nice fountain pen. This is actually my everyday carry fountain pen. I'm not really worried about this getting dinged up, especially because I have it in the matte black. What's really nice about this pen is, although it is a fountain pen, it does not bleed through normally. So this is the pen I feel comfortable with using in a variety of situations. So that is the Cross Calais. Now the second pen that I have for you is an upgraded version of the Calais. This is the Cross Bailey. Now this is a much nicer looking fountain pen in my opinion. This is my go-to pen whenever I go to a business meeting. They come in a variety of colors. I happen to have the blue because I really like blue. But again, this is a medium nib steel nib fountain pen. If I can get my camera to focus on it. It's got some very nice detailing on the nib. And again, this is running on a cartridge, but you can use it with a converter so that you can just pull from a bottled ink. And then you can put pretty much any ink that you want in it. So this is, again, I'll show you, I'm not putting any kind of pressure on it. It's writing just fine. This is the Cross Bailey. Please forgive, again, my sloppy handwriting. I don't normally write in cursive. My real handwriting is somewhere of a blend between print and cursive, but it's also a very tight, small form of handwriting because I'm often writing copious amounts of notes at a time. So the Cross Bailey is the pen that I take with me to business meetings and other business functions. I tend to find that it turns a lot of heads and it gets me noticed, which in my line of work is really nice. So there are two other fountain pens that I would like to recommend that I do not have on me. The first is the Pilot Varsity. It is a disposable fountain pen, and you can find the link to it in the description box below. It is a wonderful little pen from Pilot. You can get it for about $4 at your local office supply store. Or if you really want to commit to it, you can get a 10-pack of them in a variety of colors for between $12 and $14 on Amazon. And it's a wonderful pen because you can write with it and it is disposable. So at the end of its life, you can just simply throw it away and you haven't really made a large investment. I recommend the Pilot Varsity for people who are just getting into fountain pens and deciding whether or not they like it. The reason I don't use it on a consistent basis outside of the office is it does have a tendency to bleed through whatever surface I'm writing on because the ink flow is a little bit heavier. I tend to prefer the Calais if I'm going to be writing on anything cheap because it's not going to bleed through. However, I do enjoy using the Pilot Varsity when I'm taking notes at the office. Now the other pen that I want to recommend, I'm actually recommending on the recommendation of the Goulet Fountain Pen Company, or I guess the Goulet Pen Company. You can find a link to their channel below. They have a great set of videos recommending and reviewing different kinds of pens. But on their recommendation, I would recommend the Pilot Metropolitan. It is a $15 to $17 pen that you can get on Amazon for about $12 to $14. And it's another great starter that you can use with a converter, which means you can put any kind of ink in it. And it writes really, really well. It's another great everyday carry. Now, this is the third pen that I want to demonstrate for you. This is another Cross pen. As you can tell, I really like Cross. And I don't know whether or not that's because Cross was my first nice pen or because I just really like their product. Who knows? But this is, I actually can't tell you what model this is because I don't know that they actually make this model anymore. But the reason it's special is it is a rollerball pen. You can get the Bailey and the Calais in a rollerball tip if fountain pens are not your thing. And I will demonstrate for you really quickly. Again, I'm not putting any kind of pressure on this, and it is writing just fine. It's got a really nice fine point on it. So this is the Cross, and then of course I don't know what the name is, but you can get it in the Bailey or the Calais. Again, my handwriting is horrible. So this is a really nice option if you are not into fountain pens, but it's still going to make a great statement at your next business meeting. But other than that, let me go ahead and take you back and we'll just do a quick summary. So there you have it. Those are the pens I recommend. Now at the beginning of the video I did say that two of them are in the mail. One is the Pilot Metropolitan and the other is a new set of Pilot Varsities that I ordered because the one I use at the office actually ran out of ink before I was able to make this video. But I'll post a quick description and picture of them on the Instagram and Twitter pages. Other than that, though, I hope you've enjoyed this first introduction to Gentleman's Essentials. I don't know how consistent these videos in particular are going to be. I'll try to get to them at least once a month, if not more frequently. It just depends on what kind of items I can come up with to review and the availability in my budget to purchase and review said items. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, I would please ask that you hit like if you would like to see more videos like this, or have enjoyed any of the other videos on my channel and would like to see them again. Please hit subscribe, and if you would, please hit that notification button. That lets you know when I have posted a video. But I hope you've enjoyed Gentleman's Essentials or any of the other videos. If you would like to get in touch with me, the best way to do that is over my Twitter account or Instagram account for Gentleman's Corner. You can find the links to both of those in the description box below, along with all of the products that I have shown you today. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed Gentleman's Essentials. This is Gentleman's Corner. My name is David. Have a great day.